told your friend you're not okay.
Of all the rumors, speculation, and frenzies that have ever rocked the K-pop world, this one truly shocked. It wasn't just a new project, it wasn't just a comeback, it was a major decision that could change the course of the global industry. And at the center of it all, was Jungkook. The waves began to be felt at the beginning of 2026. Social media timelines were suddenly filled with questions, analysis, and whispers from armies trying to decipher the subtle patterns in Jungkook's every move. From simple posts, to choice of words on Weverse, to changes in the rhythm of behind-the-scenes activities, everything seemed to point to one unprecedented, major point. But today, after a long period of public speculation, HYBE finally revealed the truth they had been keeping under wraps. The announcement was made live through a closed-door press conference that was rebroadcast on various global platforms. And when the screen flashed the name Jungkook in all caps alongside the label project leader, HYBE Global 2026, the world stopped. It wasn't dramatization, it wasn't hyperbole. The media crowd even fell silent for a few seconds. Jungkook was tasked with leading HYBE's 2026 global project. Something never done to any idol before. Not a collaboration, not just a special appearance, not just an ambassador, but a project leader, a position usually given to senior producers, executives, or creative directors who have worked behind the scenes for years. This decision is considered HYBE's boldest move in the past decade. Why Jungkook? Here's the answer. The answer is simple, yet complex. Jungkook is no ordinary artist. He is a rare combination of skill, creative vision, discipline, and global popularity that transcends national borders. 1. Consistent global dominance. Jungkook is the only Korean idol to have consistently ranked among the top global artists on various music platforms from 2022 to 2026. His songs are timeless, his production style is studied by other producers, and his influence on social media remains unmatched. 2. Unique creative influence. Every project Jungkook has been involved with almost always displays a strong, distinctive character, whether it's the album Golden, his stage performances, or even the visual concepts that have now become the new standard in K-pop. 3. Reputation as a perfectionist. It's no secret that Jungkook is always involved in the smallest details: color selection, musical structure, visual ambience, even the ambient sound for teasers. HYBE sees this as a huge asset for a global project. What is Project Global 2026? This is the part that really heats things up. HYBE didn't go into full detail. They only mentioned that the project is international in scale, involves several labels under HYBE, targets the music, fashion, and visual entertainment markets, and is predicted to be the most ambitious project HYBE has undertaken since its founding. In other words, this isn't just an album. It isn't just a tour. It isn't just a collaboration. This was a major leap that would transform HYBE's position in the global industry, and Jungkook was at its creative helm. Army reaction, frenzy in seconds. After the announcement, timelines exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Jungkook Global Leader, hashtag HYBE Project 2026, and hashtag JK Dominates the World were trending in over 40 countries within 12 minutes. Fans began piecing together pieces of old evidence that had previously been considered speculation. Jungkook frequently seen in HYBE meeting rooms. Production staff repeatedly mentioning JK's direction. A note on the back of a photo book alluding to a next global vision. A change in the intense rehearsal schedule. And rumors of HYBE hiring a new creative team from Europe and America. It all came together like a puzzle finally complete. The most surprising part, Jungkook's own comments. In a short video released by HYBE, Jungkook said, "I don't think of this as a position or title. I see it as an opportunity to create something that will last, something that everyone will remember in the future. I want to do this project not just as an artist, but as someone who loves the creative world." Those words sent shivers down Army's spine. It wasn't just the words themselves, but the way Jungkook delivered them, calm, confident, and as if he'd been preparing for a long time. Following HYBE's major announcement that Jungkook was the leader of the Global Project 2026, the atmosphere in the Korean entertainment industry changed dramatically. Many experts began analyzing the true reasons why an idol could be elevated to such a high-ranking creative position, and the more they dug, the more surprising facts emerged. New section, leaks from inside HYBE. An investigative article from Korean media reported that preparations for this project had actually begun as early as late 2024. At that time, HYBE formed a small team called the Visionary Unit. No one knew the details, but one thing caught their attention. There was a specially prepared empty desk from the beginning, and all internal documents always bore the code name, JK01. At first, many staff thought the code simply referred to a specific document template or meeting room. But now it all made sense. HYBE had long been eyeing Jungkook as the creative mastermind for their biggest international project. Some staff even revealed that Jungkook had been attending technical meetings late into the night, discussing visual structure, music concepts, and even long-term production direction. They say Jungkook is not only present as an artist, but also as someone who understands the direction of the global industry. He asks questions that even senior producers wouldn't think of. That's the quote from a staff member who wished to remain anonymous. The unseen side, Jungkook's sacrifices over 2 years. While the public enjoys rumors and speculation, Jungkook's life behind the scenes is apparently much more serious. He often spends his time until the early hours of the morning studying new concepts, VR technology, 3D immersive stages, and even global branding strategies. Some sources even say that Jungkook turned down several major offers during 2025, including high-profile international collaborations, to focus on this project. This explains his seemingly mysterious and inconsistent public schedule. Every time Jungkook disappears from the radar, he's actually laying the groundwork for HYBE's biggest project in a decade. For ARMY, this is proof of Jungkook's dedication not just as an entertainer, but as a true creator who wants to leave a long-lasting legacy. The hottest part, leaks about the direction of the 2026 project. The next phenomenon is even more surprising. A semi-public document accidentally surfaced on a forum revealed the 3 pillars of this project. 1. Global creative expansion. Delivering cross-cultural content that blends music, visual arts, and fashion. Jungkook is said to be the head of visual concept and music direction. 2. HYBE multiverse integration. Rumor has it that this project will connect various HYBE artists into one grand narrative, a creative entity similar to a cinematic universe in the world of film, but with new music, video, and digital platform formats. 3. International Artist Coalition. This is the part that has netizens excited. Jungkook is reportedly leading negotiations with several global artists for the project, which will be announced in stages throughout 2026. Big names like Post Malone, The Weeknd, Rosalia, and even 2 Japanese idols are widely mentioned as potential collaboration candidates. All of this further strengthens Jungkook's position as a center of innovation not only at HYBE, but across the industry. HYBE's shift, Jungkook called a strategic asset. In an internal interview that has since gone viral, one of HYBE's directors said, "Jungkook is no longer just an artist. He's a vision. And that vision is leading the direction of our company." That statement immediately sparked a massive discussion. Many fans, analysts, and other musicians began to realize one thing. HYBE wasn't elevating Jungkook. They were aligning him with the company's future. The decision to make Jungkook the leader of a global project wasn't about popularity, but about adaptability and a long-term perspective. With this project, Jungkook was no longer just an idol at the peak of his career. He was entering a new level, one where he was not just an icon, but a global industry bellwether. No one knew what he would release or what the final project would look like. But one thing was clear. The world was no longer waiting for Jungkook's work. The world was waiting for Jungkook's creative revolution. And HYBE had just lit the fire.